on April 5th, 1944, Bob Bednarski was an elite Olympic lifter who set 27 world records, won 5 national championships, and medaled at 3 world championships. Small for a heavyweight, Bednarski relied on a lightning-fast athletic lifting style that was copied by the Soviet athletes of the 1970s. A born performer, it was simply electrifying to watch him lift. Bednarski's entry into the elite level of lifting happened after he was disappointed by his showing at the 1965 Senior Nationals in Los Angeles in the middleweight division. In response, like many physical culture greats, he found a mentor. In particular, it was strength coach Joe Mills who pushed him to move up to heavyweight. Bob almost doubled the amount of protein and carbs he consumed, and he doubled his training load of squats. Between quarts of milk and loads of squats, the weight piled on. He also refined his technique. Bob decreased his back bend and the long curve in his overhead press by driving the bar as close to his face as possible. In the clean, he worked on pulling with his shoulders back and his head tilted up. Bob also made it a point to train with a partner because he found that through yelling at each other, there developed a deep desire to excel. He said that training with a partner may, quote, be one of the greatest secrets to improving in lifting, end quote. With all these points in place, amazingly, Bob went from a 950 total in the clean and press, the snatch and the clean and jerk, to a 1,110 pound total in the same lifts. That is, he added 150 pounds to his total in just 4 months. In 1966, Bednarski placed second at the World Championships. However, in 1967, he blew out his elbow at the Pan American Games, and many critics considered it a career-ending injury. Bob proved them wrong with one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. The following year, Bob showed up at the 1968 Senior National Championships, and he hit a 486-pound clean and jerk. Now, at that time, it was the most weight anyone had ever lifted overhead, and it was the last time an American lifter has performed this feat. Moreover, in the following year, 1969, he won gold in the World Championships. During the mid-60s, he followed a workout program, a lifting program, as follows. This is one of the workouts we found for him that he implemented during the mid-60s to gain loads of size into his body weight and loads of weight onto his total. On Monday morning, he would hit squats, 325 for 5, 375 for 5, 425 for 5, 475 for a triple, 500 for a double, and then 525 for a single. Come back to the gym in the evening and he would do presses, 225 for 5, 255 for 3, 285 for 3, 305 for 2, 325 for a single, 340 for a single. Then on to clean and jerk, 355 for a double, 375 for a single, 400 for a single, 400 for a single, 415 for a single, and again 400 for a single. Wednesday morning, he'd be back at it with the squats. You'll notice there's lots of squats in this routine. He would do 305 for 5, 350 for 5, 400 for 5, 450 for a triple, 475 for a double, 500 for a single. And again, it was a 2-a-day on Wednesday. He'd come back in the evening. He'd do snatch, 225 for 5, 255 for a triple, 285 for a double, 305 for a single, 315 for a single, and then 325 for a single. Before going back to clean and jerk, 355 for 2, 375 for 1, 400 for 1, 400 for 1, 415 for 1, and then 415 for a single. Saturday, he'd work out in the evening. He would squat again, 350 for 5, 375 for 5, 400 for 5, 450 for a triple, 475 for a double, 500 for a single, 525 for a single, and then on to snatches, 225 for 5, 255 for a triple, 285 for a double, 305 for a single, 315 for a single, 315 for a single, and again, 315 for a single. On Sunday, he may try to go all out on the 3 Olympic lifts, or he might do 2 or 3 assistant exercises, such as power cleans, bench presses, or continental clean and jerks. For more of these old stories, this history of physical culture, click subscribe.